All right. Hey, good morning, eighth graders. I've got my coffee here. I hope you guys are having a good post-Easter break. My last video here was last week. I want to clarify a few things before we start. So let me get settled up here. All right. I'm at my dining room table. Got my hard hat on for the men who built America. First things first, guys. Your test is on the 29th, which is a week from tomorrow. We'll do a test review is needed, but I'm really not sure that you need much of a test review based on most of the, virtually all the material that you're going to need. You're getting in your assignments, worksheets, etc. Real quick, your assignments for the week, guys. They're not going to be late until the test. All right. I want you guys to have all week. This is your assignment for the week to knock out the watch the video, answer questions, and go through some life lessons, some learning lessons, some business lessons. All right, talk to your folks, discuss these things. All right, what is stock, for example? We I asked that in yesterday's questions. A port or what? Yeah, a portion of a business or a corporation. All right, stock is either private or public. It is a portion of a company. Now, there's companies out there that are privately owned companies where the family owns like there's like five members of a family, and it might even be a company like maybe your family owns one where there is five shares of a company. All right, because there's five members of a family. That happens. All right, the Nordstrom family, for example, their company was privately owned for years. Um, don't know if it still is, but it was owned privately. There we go. I've got my old Detroit Red Wings shirt on. Yes, Mr. Winter's coronavirus beard continues. But the company was privately owned. Some of you guys, families, might own privately owned companies. Boeing Aircraft is a publicly owned company where stock or portions of that company are uh, are traded publicly. That means anybody can buy them, right? Kind of like Microsoft, Amazon, whatever. All right. I wanted to get to today, Wednesday. This is for Wednesday's assignment, um, and go over a few of these questions because a couple of them are pretty deep. Um, these are things where eighth graders, you're getting to be ninth graders, guys. I know it's flown by. And for the stuff that I'm teaching right now, I really wish I was in the classroom. So, some of these questions you may want to discuss with your parents, all right, especially with your privately owned businesses, all right, because this is like business 101, as I said in the previous, in my classroom the other day. So, real quick, okay, um, and once again, all of these things, don't worry about, be concerned about the due date because, quite frankly, some of you guys have some seriously late work. All right. It's not gonna be late until the day of the test. After that, some of you guys really need to step up. Some of you guys are doing fantastic, amazing. All right. And I am very, very, very proud of you guys. And remember, please do your own work. I had some stuff that came in that had the same incorrect spellings and the same incorrect verbiage. All right. So work together, yes. Talk together, yes. But do your own stuff as far as turning it in and getting it, all right? Getting it done. Okay, so one thing I love about this video series, it's got a lot of life lessons as well as some pretty interesting stuff there for you guys. And this is for both ladies and gentlemen. Um, so, what's Cornelius? Today's questions: what's Cornelius Vanderbilt famous for doing? Okay. What is John D. Rockefeller famous for? I want to get to Rockefeller here. Yesterday's question, Standard Oil. I haven't looked, by the way, guys, I grade your weekly assignments. Like I'll be grading them all probably this weekend. I've looked at a few, but I like to get them all together and then look at them over the weekend. So, guys, Standard Oil. Why did he say Standard Oil? What was the big deal? Why didn't he just say Rockefeller Oil? Why didn't he say whatever, non-whale oil? Why did he use Standard? Okay? What was the point behind that? Okay? The point being, he was creating confidence in his product by saying Standard Oil. We hold our oil to a higher standard. Okay? And using advertising and using a name to take out the competition. Okay? We can learn some things that way. What is in a name? Why is it important? Why is it important to show or to have printed a standard or brings us to, you go to the grocery store. I want you to think about this the next time you go to the grocery store. What makes you buy what makes you buy something? Okay. What makes people want, or what makes you want a certain product? Starbucks. Why do you want a Starbucks? Is it because it just tastes good, or is it because there's a name or there's something associated with it that you like? Okay. All right. So, why was whale oil no longer lighting up the big cities in the 1800s? Pretty easy to understand. Without whales, there's not much oil. And this thing and crude oil was started being mined. Now, understand there's a difference between kerosene and gasoline. And I want you guys to find that out. All right. I'll actually ask this probably in tomorrow. There's a difference between kerosene and gasoline. What is it? Okay, and then what's a refinery? Right? Who started making Rockefeller made more money, not on the oil, on his refineries. Okay? And who was Tom Scott? It says here what happened to Tom Scott. And, Thursday's NFL draft. I sure hope we have football this year. You know I'm a #1 hockey fan, but I still love football. All right, Thursday's NFL draft. Why is the Pittsburgh NFL team known as the Steelers? Good question. Why are the Steelers called the Steelers? Now, a mentor. I want to get to this, mentor. Okay, what is a mentor? A mentor. And why are they important? I'd like you to discuss this with your folks. Many of us in life have had mentors. Okay, I had a person that brought me to Jesus was a mentor in my life. There was a chaplain on Stanley on my first ship that was a true mentor to me. There was also a gentleman when I was in high school or junior high school. He was in charge of CBS broadcasting in Detroit. And my grades were lousy, tanked them. And he was a great mentor because he told me not what I wanted to hear, but what I needed to hear. A great mentor is like a great friend, and you can quote Mr. Winter on this. A great mentor is like a great friend. They tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. All right? A great friend, a great mentor will lead you and guide you, and they will tell you things that sometimes are pretty tough to hear. Like he told me somebody needed to come and kick my fanny because I was a whole lot smarter than what my grades were showing, and I was tanking stuff, and I didn't need to be. All right, and he was right, and I've never forgotten it. Okay. A lot of people in life, the Lord puts people in our lives, throughout our lives, to help us and guide us. Your parents, a family member, maybe an aunt or an uncle, or somebody outside of your family that helps guide us. That is a mentor. Okay? So, next, and why are they important to people who want to be successful? Every one of these guys in the Men Who Built America had somebody that guided them through where they were going, right? I've had a number of people over the years, like I said, that the Lord has put in my life that have guided me through a lot of things and guided me to where the Lord's put me now. Okay? Same thing with Mrs. Winter. All right. So, quoting Andrew Carnegie, question number 7. Without risk, there is no what? You got to take risks. It's kind of like at the beginning of the school year. Teddy Roosevelt. Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure. All right? Even though checkered by failure. Than to rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy nor suffer much because they live in the gray twilight. The twilight zone that knows neither victory nor defeat. You can either hang out there in the gray or you can do something. God has put you on the earth to do something, not to be part of that gray twilight zone that knows neither victory nor defeat. All right. In order to be successful in life, you have to be willing to take what? I've told you guys all year. Take what? Take a chance. Take a risk. Wow, what's the worst thing that can happen in 8th grade? I'm not talking about taking a chance with a hand grenade. I'm talking about taking a chance in doing your work. You guys are, every single one of you guys is very, very smart. Take a chance. Worst thing that can happen. I failed. Oh no. Join the crowd. Okay? Ask Thomas Edison, Franklin Roosevelt, Dr. Benjamin Franklin, Abraham Lincoln. Ask every single one of these guys about failure. Well, not right now, they're dead, but I mean, ask your folks. Okay? I guarantee you, they've had failure in their life. Which leads us to, according to the video, and please ask your folks about this, what do patience, I'm reading this, that's why I'm looking down, patience, perseverance, and passion are all elements of being successful in life. Patience, I'm not talking about like going into a doctor's office. Patient, being patient. Okay? The Lord tells us love is patient. Okay? To get where the Lord wants you, to get somewhere to get where the Lord wants you to go in life, you need to be patient. Okay? Calm. The Lord's in control. Patience is another term meaning God has got this, you don't. Okay? I'm being patient with this coronavirus. Well, I'm doing my best to be patient with this coronavirus. As Mrs. Winter, I could probably hear her laughing in the background. Anyway, being patient, letting the Lord handle things because we can't. Okay? Perseverance. You know what? You're going to fail, guys. Every single one of you guys is going to make a mistake. You know, some of you guys made mistakes on your reports. Learn from the mistakes. But Mr. Winter, why didn't you just fix and correct everything? Guess what? I want you guys to learn from your mistakes. I know, because the sooner you learn from your mistakes, the less mistakes you're going to make. Mr. Winterism. The sooner you learn from your mistakes, the fewer mistakes you're going to make. All right. And passion. Hey, guys, I teach because God's called me to teach. I was in the service, I played hockey. All these things I did with passion. I still do. If you're not passionate about it, go back to sleep. I mean, no, don't go back to sleep. But you need to have passion about things that the Lord's called you to do, to believe in. If you're passionate about something, chances are pretty good that that's an area that the Lord and you're good at it. Well, it takes time to get good at something, and you might, even though you're passionate about it. All right. I love to teach. I'm passionate about it. I love you guys. Okay. I can't tell you how much I miss being not in front of a camera, but being with you guys. Okay. I'm passionate about teaching. You don't run into a teacher that's with passion, get away from them. They're wasting their time. It's a job. All right. Have passion about things that God has called you to do. But also don't be afraid when there's setbacks. going on. I filled out a lot of teaching applications, but I kept asking the Lord to open and close doors and windows. And Mrs. Winter and I kept praying about where God wanted us to be. Okay, I filled out over 100 teaching applications, but we kept praying, asking the Lord to open and close doors and windows, and He's got me at Cedar Park. All right, so perseverance. Okay, and remember passion. You got to be passionate. Okay, number 10. How can having an understanding of where you want to go and also never giving up on your dreams help you in life? I want you to discuss this with your folks. Okay, I really do. Where do I want to go? But when you ask, but with that, I want you to ask the Lord, where does He want you to go? Okay, and never give up on your dreams. Okay, don't give up. You're gonna face adversity. See, I wish I was in the classroom with you guys, but we'll have time. All right, how did Andrew Carnegie's looking at a steel fork translate into railroads, bridges, and skyscrapers? When him and when he was looking at, I think it was James Eads that was assigned. Okay, how did that translate into your skyscrapers, your railroads? Okay, your huge industry became the world's largest steel industry. Okay, how did that translate? Because Andrew Carnegie had a vision. All right, for what not for what something was, but for what it could be. Okay, when you do that, when you see where something is and where it could be, you'll be fine. Okay. Okay. Next, 12. What does it mean to embrace both failure and success? I talked about that. All right. You're gonna fail in something in life, guys, guaranteed. Okay. But what you do with that failure? Are you gonna just sit and wallow in your pity? Oh, Mr. Winter gave me an F on my test. Congratulations. What are you going to learn from it? Okay. Are you going to give up? You going to quit? Or are you going to step up? And you're going to learn from the mistakes. I really appreciated students that asked me, Mr. Winter, I got whatever grade on my paper, a D or an F or whatever it happened to be, or an A+++. What can I do better? How can I, instead of Mr. Winter, you failed me, or Miss Yazel, you failed me. It's like, what can I do better? How can I make this better? Okay. Okay. Next. All right. What city? Oh, you know what? I'm going to add one more thing. It's not on your worksheet. Detail. When I was in boot camp, teamwork, discipline, attention to detail. All three of those things. Very important. Details. Most of you guys on things, when we look back at what went wrong, okay, it's you missed a detail. Take care of the details, and the rest will take care of itself. Mr. Winterism. All right. Okay, so what city, known today as the Gateway to the West, it's got a big arch in the city, became the place where Carnegie Steel Bridge crossed the Mississippi River. Okay, where was the first skyscraper built, and who is Henry Frick? One of my least favorite people, kind of like, you've always got to have a villain. Well, Henry Frick was a villain, and quite honestly, he is considered Carnegie's biggest mistake for hiring him. All right, guys, we're 19 minutes into this, way too long, but I want you guys to have a blessed day. Guys, I miss you. Love each and every one of you guys. And remember, all your assignments are considered late as of day of the test, or when the test is. Okay? Have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys later.